Hey you guys, how are we doing? It is a not so glorious spring day. The sky is so overcast it genuinely looks like it could snow, but hopefully it won't. And I'm stood here on this little island of baby stinging nettles because everywhere else is basically a swimming pool. It's saturated. We have had 4 days of non-stop torrential rain, but I have found a little bit of dryness, and here I am talking about this. This is the Osprey Levity backpack. Now what you'll notice pretty much straight away is it does not fit me very well. You can see I've got this big space here above the shoulders, and that's because this is actually not my rucksack. It's my friend's rucksack. He's taller than me, 6 foot something or other. He's just up here and I'm down here. So it's the large frame, it's too big for me. I normally use the medium, but that's not gonna stop me because today we're gonna look at all the features, we're gonna look at the pros, the cons, the indifferent stuff, everything that makes this the Osprey Levity, so that you can make your own conclusion as to whether this is the pack for you. Now, just on a side note, there's some links in the description below of separate videos. One of them is a packing video where I put all of my junk, or my equipment even, into this rucksack, so you can kind of get a feel for the amount of things you can fit in it. And then there's a separate video again, which should be over here really, shouldn't it? 1, 2. Separate video again, which is a comparison between the Osprey Exos and the Asia. So all of these packs have been released this year, 2018. You've got the new Exos, the brand new Asia, and the brand new Levity. So I kind of broken down the main differences and similarities between those packs so that you can make a conclusion as to which pack is right for you. But today, in this video, we're going to be looking at the features of the Osprey Levity. So let's get it off. Free myself, shall we? So this is it. It comes in the 45 and 60 litres, so they're kind of big differences actually. But the only colour you can get is this, which is the Parallax Silver. For me, I think it's actually quite impractical when you're out on the trail. I tend to get quite muddy, or my stuff tends to get quite muddy, and it would look dirty quite quickly. So just definitely consider the colour, but you know, it's actually smart, let's be honest, but I just don't know how functional it is. Basically, this pack is exceptional when it comes to lightweightness. So it weighs 830 grams. I will just repeat that, 830 grams. Most backpacks are pretty much double that. And basically, Osprey have done this by stripping everything down to the bare essentials that you need when you're on the trail in order to function, you know, not have to sacrifice comfort. But it's an incredible pack. I'm pretty mind blown by it, if I'm honest. So let's get down to some of the features, and just before that, actually, I will just let you know it costs £220. That's quite a lot, I feel, for the fact that you've lost a lot of features on this pack. But you know, you really need to think about, is lightweight backpacking your thing? Because it seems to be a thing for certain people. If so, this pack is probably going to be the right one for you, because it is just, I mean, look at this, like, in fact, I know. Pinky, look at that. I mean, it's insane. But let's have a look at some of the features then. So there are, starting from the bottom, there are no sleeping pad straps on this rucksack. I normally use my tent and keep it on the bottom of my rucksack. I use the Osprey Exos, the older generation, and I keep it there. That's just because it works for me. It's how I've always done it. If you're someone who's from the beginning to the end always kept your tent packed inside your pack, then that's probably no issue for you. Let's move to the top. We have got, what have we got on the top? A lid. This is a top access rucksack. So we've got glove compatible zips here. We can unzip that, and basically what it means is it's got a nice big loop, so you can use that with gloves. And we go inside and we have the main sort of space to put stuff in on the lid. And also in here we got a keychain loop, so we can put keys and keep them so they don't get lost. So zip that up. Then on the underside of the lid, unlike many Osprey packs, you have no extra pocket on the inside there. The underside of the lid is just like a massive fabric, and that is it. Coming back around to the main compartment then, we can pull the toggle. It's a different toggle to normal actually. It's kind of just smaller and more lightweight. And that's what Osprey have really done. So we can see this clip here as well. This is a much thinner clip than normal. They've kind of halved everything in size. So I wouldn't, if I'm honest, say these clips are very useful with gloves. They're very small and fiddly, but there we go, they still work, don't they? So this clip here is a compression strap. It pulls the front to the back of the pack. It just means everything's nice and secure when you're out on the trail. So we'll unclip that, and then we have access to the main compartment. Look at that, it's just one big massive space. And that's it, that's all that is. It's just one big space. And then on the back here you've got an elasticated sleeve, and that's your hydration sleeve, so you can put in your water bladder in there, and you've got a little hook on the top to keep it there because it basically goes all the way down to the bottom, and I'm not sure who carries that much water, but there we go. So we'll zip that up. That's the main compartment. Then we go to the front and we have this pocket here. So this is a perfect example of the material that's used in this backpack. It's NanoFly 30 denier nylon. So many backpacks have sort of 50 to 100 denier nylon, so it's super durable, super robust, quite thick. But this stuff here is much thinner and less durable, but that's one of the ways Osprey strip the weight right back down with this pack. So we can see we've got this front pocket here that you can unclip. It is not mesh, it is not stretchy. If you watch my packing video, you'll notice that I struggled to fit anything in it when my pack was full up, and that's just because it just doesn't stretch. So definitely try your pack before you buy, see if you can fit all of your stuff in it, see how it works. That's so important, as well as the fit, but also how much stuff you can actually fit in it. Coming to the side, we have two side pockets, one on either side. These have a little bit of elastic around the side access point so you can get your bottle out when you're on the trail, and then also there's a elasticated bit on the top. But the main fabric again is not stretchy, so again, once my pack was full up, I really could not get much in there, or I could get stuff in there, but I couldn't get stuff in and out. It was just so tight, and I just found that a bit ridiculous, if I'm honest. So that's the side pockets anyway. And then what we got here, what looks like some very nice blue string, which I'm getting tangled up in, is the compression straps. So rather than your kind of standard 7mm compression straps, you've got this blue string stuff, which is quite cool actually, but it does get tangled up. Like I'm getting tangled. It's like a fishing net, but it really is just, it's, you know, probably half the width of a normal shoelace. It's very, very small, but it's very clever again how Osprey have used this to sort of strip down the weight of the pack. So there's your compression straps on either side. They go on the inside of the side pockets. There we go, got there in the end. So that's those. Flipping the pack around then, we'll start on the bottom. We have got the hip belt. There is no hip belt pockets, there's no pockets on the hip belt. For me, they're a pretty essential feature, so that's one of the main reasons why I would not use this backpack myself, because I keep my camera batteries in there. Obviously, I film things, and tissues, compass, all of that sort of stuff. I keep them there. I like to have things ready to access throughout the day, so I don't have to keep taking my pack on and off. But what they've got instead is this exofoam mesh. You've got a little bit cut out here, and that's basically reducing the main friction point on your hips so that it's just supposed to be that little bit more comfortable. And then the main clip itself is much smaller than your kind of standard Osprey clips. It's probably about 2/3 of the size, but you know, it's still a clip, still does the job. But if you're a what's the word I'm trying to find? What was I trying to say then? If you're, chunky, that's what I was trying to say. If you're a chunky clip kind of person, then this might not be the pack for you. So again, try before you buy. Coming up then, we'll look at the shoulder straps, the main harness. Again, this is exofoam. It's not quite as cushy as some packs are. So just, again, try that, see how you think it will work. The sternum strap is adjustable. There's 3 kind of main toggle points. You just untie the strap and then put it in the slot that you want to put it in, and I think actually it's very fiddly, but the truth is once you've got it in the slot that you need it in, you're probably not going to need to move it again, so that's, you can deal with that. And then the clip itself has got your emergency whistle. There we go. So that's a pretty standard thing, probably one of the better ones I've ever tried, but I think it's just hit and miss with those. So that's just quite a nice little addition on the Osprey packs that you tend to find. So that's the sternum strap, and actually, even though I just clipped that off, I'll unclip it again. And what we've got here on the back then is pretty standard again with many Osprey packs, is your kind of airspeed trampoline mesh back. So the paws on this aren't crazy big, but basically how this is supposed to work is you've got yourself, hello, then you've got the trampoline bit, this black bit, then you've got a space, and then you have the pack. So, excuse me, that's supposed to just really aid ventilation, and whisper perspiration when you're sweating it out on the trail. Just make sure the pack's nice and comfortable and prolong the life of yourself and your clothing. So it's really nice, and it goes around the lightweight aluminium frame of this super lightweight pack. So coming around to the front then, there's 2 more points I just want to talk about. There is no ice axe loop on this rucksack. If you're planning on using this in winter conditions, then, well, I mean you can, but there's no ice axe loop on it. And the final thing is, as with many Osprey packs, there is no waterproof cover integrated into this rucksack, so you need to buy one separately. This sort of darker grey fabric is so thin I genuinely feel like you look at it and water's gonna get through. I don't know. Normally I'd use a liner on the inside of my rucksack anyway, but it really is very, very thin. So you definitely want to consider getting a waterproof cover if you're going to be using this in anywhere that there's the potential for moisture in the air, just to make sure you've got everything dry, because the last thing you want is wet stuff. But really, as far as my brain might potentially be working, that is everything for the Osprey Levity. It's really quite a simple pack, pretty decent looking I think, but just let me know if you have any questions. Comment below, drop me a message on my Facebook page, Song Thrush Productions, or drop me an email. All the information's in the description. Don't forget to check out those other videos, and in the meantime guys, stay wild.